this week's programme, we take a look back at the second round of the Red Mills Irish Cesarewitch from Mullingar. We also have the semi-finals of the Kennedy Cup from Limerick and the Cork Supersprint from Cork. We follow a syndicate from County Kildare as they choose their new Greyhound. But first up is Mullingar. The Red Mills Irish Cesarewitch reached the quarter-final stage at the Midlands track last Thursday night, carrying a total prize fund of €40,000.
Following an impressive opening round performance, Trap 4, Make All, was the 5-4 favourite in the opening heat. His main danger was Trap 3, Kid Ori.
Make All is our favourite, running from box 4 and breaks away reasonably well. So too does Dog Almighty in the blue jacket. Kid Ori well in contention as well. In towards the opening bend, it's Make All running wide. Kid Ori is well in contention as well. Now Make All goes on from number 3, Kid Ori. That's the 1-2. Dog Almighty's back in third. Graham Calvert's runner though is clear by 3 lengths, heading towards the second bend from home. Kid Ori putting in a late challenge. So too Dog Almighty, but it's Make All in front as he hits the final bend. It's Make All into the home straight now, up towards the finish. It's Make All. Kid Ori in contention as well, up towards the line. Make All wins it. Kid Ori is second, close for third. Dog Almighty is there. The winning time here in this heat, 33.11.
Ronan's Delight was unluckily beaten in the opening round, but he was made the even money favourite to win Heat 2. Wearing the red jacket, he needed a good start however, with 4 Count Jellignite and 2 Westmeath Natalie in attendance.
Box 1, it's Ronan's Delight, our big fancy here to win the second quarter-final here. Comes towards Traps and Ronan's Delight breaks reasonably well, but Westmeath Natalie is well away in the blue jacket as they race towards the opening bend. Fine Shade comes into contention as well, but it's Ronan's Delight now that goes clear down the back straight from Jamie's Boy. That's the 1-2. Westmeath Natalie moves into second now. Count Jellignite is 4 this stage, 3 to qualify. Ronan's Delight, Westmeath Natalie is closing as well. In between the closing 2 bends on the rails, it's Westmeath Natalie. Ronan's Delight runs wide. Jamie's Boy comes into the reckoning as well. Westmeath Natalie up towards the line. It's Westmeath Natalie that wins it from Ronan's Delight. And the winning time, 33.44.
Graham had 2 wins from 2 starts here in Mullingar. You must be pretty pleased.
Over the moon, over the moon.
What did you make of tonight's run?
Missed his break a little bit, ran a great bend on the outside of the 3 dog. Stayed on a lot better than he did last week. Last week was his first run over 600. So, you know, touch wood, everything's going well.
He's the market leader now with the bookies, so how confident are you that he can win out this classic?
Well, he can definitely win it if he does things right and a bit of luck. That's what he needs, and he hasn't had a great lot of luck during the summer in the Derby. He had a few problems after the Derby, so hopefully we've got them ironed out now. Touch wood.
Only 5 lined out in Heat 3, with Hello Thomas starting from Trap 4, the favourite. Millerstown Rebel and Foreman, though, were the main threats.
Hello Thomas, the only first round heat winner here, running in this quarter-final. Quarter-final number 3, running from box 4 and breaks away only poorly. Millerstown Rebel well there, so too Weather Vane. 6 Brickfield Cash coming into the reckoning as well. Millerstown Rebel leads now from Brickfield Cash down the back straight. That's the 1-2. Hello Thomas in contention as well. 3 to qualify. Millerstown Rebel in front from Hello Thomas. Brickfield Cash is third at this stage. 4-man beginning to improve behind. Millerstown Rebel leading. Some trouble there. Hello Thomas running wide. Millerstown Rebel has the lead into the home straight. Up towards the line. It's Millerstown Rebel that's going to win here from Hello Thomas in second. Close for third. And the time here, 33.54.
Claire, this is your only dog. He's proving to be a nice reward for you.
He is, certainly. He's a great success, and we had a great run with him down in Clonmel in the Munster Puppy Cup as well. So fingers crossed now he'll go a little bit further here. So we're delighted with him.
He was 66 to 1 to win out this classic earlier today. Had you a few bob on him?
I didn't actually. I seen on the front of the Sporting Press this morning. It was 50 to 1 on that. So no, we didn't have that, but sure. We'll get him again.
I'm sure you'd be happy if he could win out the classic, though.
Oh, exactly, without even getting at that. But we would be absolutely delighted. Absolutely.
Have you the fingers crossed and everything else crossed?
Everything else is crossed as well. We can't wait. But hopefully now he'll go on and do another bit.
The final heat was the best on paper, with 6 Prince Monolulu and 1 Jewel Nikita, the joint favourites at 2 to 1. But Glen Cole, the fastest opening round winner, was another one worth respecting in Trap 2.
Jewel Nikita ran a smashing race last time out. Prince Monolulu, too well fancied in box 6. Here now arrives at traps and away they go. It's a fairly level break. Jewel Nikita is out fairly okay, so too Glen Cole. Up towards the opening bend, Prince Monolulu now coming strong on the outside. Prince Monolulu goes on from Jewel Nikita. Down the back straight they go. Prince Monolulu for Tony Byrne, heading towards the second bend from home. Has opened up a 2-length advantage here over Jewel Nikita. Big battle on behind for the third place, but out front it's Prince Monolulu from Jewel Nikita into the finishing stretch, and it's Prince Monolulu being followed home by Glen Cole. Up towards the line, it's Prince Monolulu that wins it from Glen Cole, the time 33:29. A good night here in Mullingar for Graham Calvert, who supplied 2 winners in Make All and Westmeath Natalie. And it's Make All that remains favoured to win the 2005 Red Mills Irish Cesarewitch. Also doubly represented in next Saturday night's semi-finals will be Stephen Burke and Tony Byrne. A reminder, the final takes place on Easter Sunday night.
The 3 semi-final heats of the Red Mills Kennedy Cup took place at the Limerick track on Saturday night. This competition carries a total prize fund of €14,000. The first 2 dogs past the line in each heat qualify for the final.
Now the runners in traps for this opening semi-final. The favourites in 1, Ballyquin House, 2, Gussie's Gold, 3, Zigzag Stewart, in 4, The Burglar, 5, Priceless Mail, and 6 is Peter's Blue. 3 of the 6 runners trained by Paul Hennessy. The hare comes up behind traps, away to go, and it's 5 off to a flyer. Priceless Mail leading up from 1, Ballyquin House, and 4 with The Burglar, and they're clear. The 3 Hennessy runners are way clear as they head into the back straight, with number 5, Priceless Mail out front. 1, Ballyquin House is now challenging. 4, The Burglar back in third, but it's still number 5, Priceless Mail going up the inside. Number 1, Ballyquin House just marginally in front, but number 5 battling back. The Burglar is getting into it. This is going to be mighty close off the final bend. Number 1, Ballyquin House. Here comes 5, Priceless Mail again, storming home, and 5, Priceless Mail gets up to win it. Very close for second between 1, Ballyquin House, and 4, The Burglar, while number 3, Zigzag Stewart, also running on well behind. The result of the opening semi-final, the 3 Hennessy dogs, first, second and third. It was mighty close. The winner, number 5, Priceless Mail, owned by Kathleen Murphy, and a dead heat for second between 1, Ballyquin House, and 4, The Burglar. The time 28:76. Well, no Paul Hennessy runners in the second semi-final, but it's mighty close at the top of the market. 3 co-favourites at 5-2, 1, 2 and 3. In 1 is Dalcash Milo, 2, Brick and Jack. In 3, Ivory Glen. 4 is Send It Lauren, 5, Gulleen Hawk, and in 6, Dunhill. Here behind the traps and away they go. Number 3 is out fast. That's Ivory Glen. Really fast into stride. Being chased now by number 1, Dalcash Milo into the bend. 2, Brick and Jack. He's well positioned in third. And 5, Gulleen Hawk. But into the far side. Number 3, Ivory Glen has opened up a lead here. 3.5 lengths. Now number 2, Brick and Jack going in pursuit. With 1, Dalcash Milo still on the premises. But it's 3. That's Ivory Glen. Appears to have this one by a few lengths. But now number 2, Brick and Jack, putting in a big run to challenge off the final bend. Up the straight is number 2, Brick and Jack, just getting the better of number 3. Ivory Glen in second, with Dalcash Milo in third. And the result of the second semi-final, the winner, number 2, Brick and Jack, owned by Margaret Ramsbottom. Second, number 3, Ivory Glen, and third, number 1, Dalcash Milo. The time 28:94. The opening semi-final is won by trainers Paul Hennessy and Liam Ramsbottom, and both of them represented also in the third heat, where in trap 1 is Spineless. In 2, the Ramsbottom runner, Santon Scholar. In 3, from the Hennessy Kennel, Blonde Thunder. Then in 4, Gusty Gale. 5, Salisbury Miller. And on the outside in 6 is Manhattan Beck. Here up behind traps, away to go. Very level start. Number 4 out well though. That's Gusty Gale. Just leads up, and now number 3, Blonde Thunder, shows in front from 4, Gusty Gale, who runs wide and carries Salisbury Miller with him, and that leaves number 3, Blonde Thunder in front. A couple of lengths from 1, Spineless in second. These have moved clear, with number 2, Santon Scholar now going in third, but a lot of ground to make up. On to the final 2 bends with number 3, Blonde Thunder, by 2 lengths from 1, Spineless. Now number 2 closing the gap rapidly, Santon Scholar. He comes home with a bang, but it's still number 3, Blonde Thunder in front. But here comes number 2, Santon Scholar, and he gets up in the final yards to win it. Number 2, Santon Scholar, from 3, Blonde Thunder, and 1, Spineless. And the result of the third semi-final, and a double for trainer Liam Ramsbottom, with the winner, number 2, Santon Scholar, owned by Terry Walsh. Second, number 3, Blonde Thunder, and third, number 1, Spineless. The time 29:21.
The final of the Red Mills Kennedy Cup will be run at Limerick on Saturday night next, and of course first, before the draw was made, it had to be decided which of the two Hennessy runners went through after that dead heat. The toss was won by the Burglar, which was bad luck for the connections of Ballyquin House. The trap draw has resulted in 1 Ivory Glen, 2 the Burglar, in 3 we have Brick and Jack, 4 Santon Scholar, 5 Blonde Thunder, and in 6 Priceless Mail. And looking at the semi-finals, well, Priceless Mail certainly looks the one to beat in this valuable competition.
Other fixtures at the weekend include the first round of the Droopy Skulls at Stud Champion Puppy Open on Race Sprint, which takes place on Friday night at Dundalk. Then at Newbridge, it's the final of the Tote Retention Unraced Stake, and Longford hosts the final of the Longford Track Grade A3 525. The first round of the Donald Riley & Co Auctioneers Easter Cup gets underway on Saturday night at Shelburne Park. Friends from Newbridge in County Kildare got together and decided to form a greyhound syndicate. We met up with them at breeder Liam O'Donovan's kennels, and before they headed off to their trainer, we asked spokesman Ollie McGuinness why they decided to buy a greyhound.
I just went to the greyhound nights there before Christmas, and just led from that, maybe that following week we just said, yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and try and get this dog. And 1 or 2 of us have an interest in horses, but unfortunately the financial end of things is a bit of outside of our range, so we said we'll try and get a few other people into it, and we came up with a number of 6 altogether, and we went from there. Then I just went on the Irish Greyhound Board website and clicked on the syndication link on it, and it worked from there. And a lad from the board named DJ Histon got in contact with me, and I've been dealing with him ever since. We put the trust in him to buy the dog. We were happy enough with his decision, and he chose the trainer as well. Liam brought out the dog, and we liked the look of him. He had 4 legs from us for a start, and he looked well, nice friendly dog, and so the breeding seemed to be pointing in the right direction, so we went with DJ's decision then. Well, we're not expecting a whole lot. Maybe a night out here and there would be great. Maybe try and get to Shelburne Park at last. None of us ever been there. So, I mean, if the dog pays his way, training expenses, if he wins an odd race here and there, should we be delighted, you know. We're not expecting a world beater here now at this stage, but first dog and all that, we just take it from there.
DJ gave me a ring a few weeks ago. He was looking for a sapling for a syndicate in Newbridge. They didn't want the pup because they wanted something to go on with straight away. So I had a dog that fitted the bill. So the boys came down, they looked at him, they liked him, they bought him. He's a dog sapling by Honcho Classic out of Noir's Duchess. She's out of Knocknabohan Noir, who's a little sister to the 1990 Derby winner, the other toss. She herself, her first litter were to Joanstown Cash. She produced 2864 winner in Lifford, 2870 winner in Newbridge, and a host of other good dogs in England. He's heading off to the trainer now, so please God he'll stay sound and healthy, and they'll have a bit of crack out of him. That's the main thing.
Thanks.
September, lads, we'll be shaking again, please God. 3rd week of September.
He's 13 months old, so basically we'll have to let him settle in, which might take a week, it might take 3 weeks. But what we're going to do with him is walk him for about 6 weeks, and then we'll start teaching him how to gallop and at speed, like. But basically, we're going to let him settle in and let him mature and develop, and because the whole thing, like, he's a big dog, and just give him a bit of time, and hopefully things will go right with him then. And I think, like, giving a dog of his size, maybe 16 months, 17 months, before we start really asking him anything, you know. He'll tell me himself when things is right, and we give him a hand slip down, and maybe give him 2 hand slips. We start him off as near as we can to the bend, teach him how to run the corners, and then we'll put him into the traps for maybe his 3rd time at the track. And then depending on how well he goes, his 1st time in the traps, will tell me to give him an official trial. Again, it depends on how he goes the 1st time. He's a well-bred dog, and he's a big dog, and he's going to take time, and I have loads of patience, and I hope the owners have too.
And we'll keep you up to speed with just how well their patience holds out. final outing on the programme this week comes from Cork, where the semi-finals of the Kudos Supersprint took place, and it was also the venue for the Irish Hotels Federation annual conference. So they decided to round up their visit to the European capital of culture with a trip to Cork Park. We spoke with the president of the federation, Mr. Dick Roach.
I've been involved in this business one way or another since the time I was a kid. I had the good fortune to parade the McAlinden Gold Cup winner around Shelbourne Park about, I would say, 40 years ago. So, that long ago.
And it is a marvellous night out.
Oh, it's a great night, and I mean, what they've done with greyhound racing over recent years is absolutely unbelievable, where you have the corporate hospitality aspect of it, and you can bring a group of people out, and you can have everything that you could have anywhere else and more. And what they've done here at Cork is spectacular. It's a lovely venue. Everything they've done is absolutely up to the mark. It's a wonderful facility.
The success of Irish greyhound racing was always going to have a positive effect on the Irish tourist industry as well.
Oh, very much so, because it gives people another reason for travelling to Ireland. It also gives people within the country, and we have to remember in the hotel sector that our own people, the Irish, are our best supporters. It gives them an opportunity of travelling and having a wonderful evening at the dog track around the country, and facilities like they have here at Cork, which are being replicated around the country now, are a tribute to the wonderful work that Portnagon is doing. Greyhound racing has always been synonymous with the country. We've always had great dogs, and in recent years we've started to realise that this is an attraction that people are interested in.
Now on to the action from the first semi-final heat of the Kudos Supersprint.
They're in traps for the opening heat. In 1 is Own Classic, 2 Move Along Sean, 3 Leave You Tiger, in 4 Joe the Dog, 5 is Ep30, and 6 Send It Porter. The hare now coming up behind the boxes, away to goes. Number 6 out fast, that's Send It Porter on the outside, making ground. Number 4 Joe the Dog, 3 is well positioned, Leave You Tiger into the bend, they're all together, but number 6 gets around on the outside, that's Send It Porter, leads on the corner from 4 Joe the Dog. These have pulled clear from 1 Own Classic in third, but up the straight it's number 6 Send It Porter goes on to win this one from 4 Joe the Dog in second, and 1 Own Classic takes a third qualifying spot. The result of the opening semi-final of the Kudos Supersprint, the winner, number 6 Send It Porter, owned by the Back of the Net Syndicate, second, number 4 Joe the Dog, and third, number 1 Own Classic, the time 17:73.
Micheál, you've been looking at Irish greyhound racing for more than a few years now. What do you think of the changes?
Well, I'd say it's well over 50 years since I had my first bet. And earlier tonight I was speaking to a few people about greyhound racing, and I asked, how long has Pascal Taggart been chairman? Somebody said 10 years. What a transformation in racing in those 10 years. You need only look around you here in Cork tonight. As good a facilities as you'd get at any sporting venue anywhere in the world. It's similar all over the country. That is why the whole aspect of racing has changed. It's a great night out now. And the proof of that is the Federation of Irish Hotels, a meeting in Cork. I have it somewhere every year. They normally have their function in one or other of the hotels. Let it be in Cork City, let it be way out in lovely Glengariff and Eccles Hotel, but they decided unanimously, I believe, that they wanted to come to the Cork Greyhound track to experience racing and hospitality. They have both in style here tonight.
I suppose it was inevitable that the success of Irish greyhound racing would have an impact on tourism.
Well, if facilities are good, in any walk of life, it will be noticed and people will respond. It's a lovely night out for tourists, and I see them regularly in Shelbourne Park, Harold's Cross, down here in Cork, over in Galway, up in Dundalk, wherever you go. You'd feel proud to bring tourists to a place like it. You don't have to say anything once you get in. Just look around, enjoy the surroundings.
Now, what do you think the Irish Hotel Federation are going to make it this evening?
Well, they have the luck at the moment that they mightn't even go home at all until the morning. They're thoroughly enjoying themselves. They mightn't all be winning now. I'm giving them tips. A few of them have won. Others have, I would say, very, very hard luck. But that's the game. As I told them, when you back a loser, forget it, it's history, just turn to the next page on Céad Lehanachelle. And I would say they're all enjoying themselves. Seamus Heaney, he did all the organising well. He's down in the Western Road, the Kingsley Hotel. He was on to me a few times. He kept telling me, this is going to be a great night. It has been a great night and it's far from being over yet.
Well, the bookmakers had the laughs in the first heat, a 7-1 winner. How the favourite do here in the second heat? Paulo Coelho running from trap 1, the 5-4 favourite. In 2, Leave You Darkly. 3, Mabel's Dilemma. 4, Best Major. In 5, Staley Vegas. And 6 is Senehil Agatha. The hare now comes up behind traps for this one. On their away, number 3 is Fast Out. That's Mabel's Dilemma leads up. 1, Paulo Coelho is well positioned on the inside, heading into the bend. Number 3 out front and gone clear now. Number 3, Mabel's Dilemma. Number 1 checks there. Paulo Coelho runs wide. Appears there's something gone wrong with him as number 3, Mabel's Dilemma, storms clear into the straight. A runaway winner here. 6 is coming home strongly for second, but number 3, Mabel's Dilemma, hugely impressive there, winning from number 6, Senehil Agatha, and 5, Staley Vegas. The result of the second semi-final, the winner, number 3, Mabel's Dilemma, owned by Kevin Gates and Fergus O'Farrell. Second, number 6, Senehil Agatha, and third, number 5, Staley Vegas. The time, 17:65.
The trap draw for the final, to be held next Saturday night, resulted in 1, Mabel's Dilemma. Trap 2, Joe the Dog. In 3, Staley Vegas. Trap 4, Own Classic. In 5, Senehil Agatha. And the only wide seed, Send It Porter, in Trap 6. Now we head back indoors to see how the party from the Hotel Federation enjoyed their night.
The amount of people who said to me yesterday that they were concerned about what they'd wear this evening because they thought it was going to be cold. And I said to them, now, wait till you get out there and see what's ahead of us. So they're absolutely overwhelmed with it and they're delighted with it. Fantastic event and a great evening.
Now, it seems to be the ideal tie-in, in effect, an inevitable tie-in that the success of Irish Greyhound racing and the Irish Tourist Board and hoteliers would get together.
Yeah, there's a thing we call in our business called a USP, a unique selling point, and I tell you, this is this is a USP for us, and you know, we need to tell people about this, and I know it's very popular and it's very busy already, but as part of our hotel packages and getting people into the city and telling them how to go out and entertain themselves, you know, this is the type of event we need to sell. So you have a lot of salespeople here tonight.
Actually, that is an important thing, where tour operators in actual fact are now running greyhound racing tours like your golf tour and your more established tours.
That's right. It's just, I think this has just, you know, the whole thing of being inside, the tote coming to your table, excellent food, excellent service, nice atmosphere. I mean, everybody loves winning a few bob. It doesn't matter whether it's €2 or €20 or €5. And I think the whole experience, just everybody, I can guarantee you, everybody will come out of here very, very satisfied tonight.
Just a reminder now that the Champion Stakes starts in Lifford next Sunday night. Then on Monday, the Johnny Ruth Memorial commences in Limerick. We have lots of action for you next week with the semi-finals of the Irish Cesarewitch from Mullingar, along with those of the Tyrua Champion Bitch 550 from Galway, the finals of the Cork Supersprint from Cork, and the Red Mills Kennedy Cup from Limerick.
For a complete fixtures list and more information, log on to the Irish Greyhound website at www.igb.ie.